SCP-407. Object Class Neutralized. SCP-407 is a song in an unidentified language, seemingly sung by a cappella. The voices are thought to be human. The tape containing SCP-407 was found with one track of approximately 30 minutes duration, though the abrupt ending suggests there may be more. The song has been described by all listeners as something along the lines of soothing, glorious, and beautiful. While SCP-407 is played, rapid cell generation seems to occur within auditory radius. This effect seems to occur at the cellular level and does not require the subject to be able to hear the music. The cell changes seem to only affect multicellular organisms at first, but quickly begins to affect all mitosis in single-celled organism. During the first minute of exposure, all multicellular life forms seem to be healthier. Subjects suffering from malnutrition, scarring, physical injury or chronic diseases, or even other medical conditions seem to become healthy with only a minute of exposure to SCP-407. This has been shown to cure Alzheimer's disease, Crohn's disease, brain and spinal cord injuries, and normally fatal infections and wounds. Amongst other things, more interestingly, cancer does not seem to be affected, though the subject's physical condition was still vastly improved. During the second and third minute of exposure, subjects start experiencing unnecessary, unrestrained cell growth, manifesting in quickly advancing dermal growths. These growths seem to mostly be tumors and calcium and fat deposits, which, though sometimes painful and disfiguring, are not life-threatening. During the fourth minute of exposure, increased bacterial and fungal growth occurs, creating conditions that grow increasingly dangerous for all exposed life. Even in their new, healthier states, respiratory and digestive problems are quick to arrive in most cases, and become steadily worse as time progresses. Past 5 minutes, the effects of SCP-407 seem to differ in each trial. In all cases, trace elements of plants or fungus, as well as any animal life present, begin to grow and replicate uncontrollably, at varying rates, often shaping into new organisms. All results have varied depending on the test and on the objects present when SCP-407 is played. The mold that eventually resulted from SCP-407's second test appears to be some sort of cordyceps fungi, noted to be similar to mold encountered by SCP-507. Due to fear of fulfilling a fate similar to that observed by 507, testing using SCP-407 has been limited to using only the first 20 minutes of the recording. By 25 seconds, subjects report feeling soothed by the music and are feeling stronger and more invigorated. 45 seconds. Liver spots and scars previously seen are shown to disappear. 2 minutes and 20. Subject appears to have physically grown an inch. Increase in musculature is noticeable. 3 minutes 40. Subject reports intestinal pain. 4 minutes 20. Subject begins vomiting. From vomit, plants are seen growing and slowly rooting into the tile floor. 4 minutes 50. Subject starts developing rashes and growths on the skin. 5 minutes 30. Heavy dermal disfigurement. Subject panting heavily, begging for help. Great pain reported. 6 minutes 10. Subject falls to the ground and ceases to move. 6 minutes 45. Subject's body is quickly covered in what is thought to be fungal infections. Plant growth is observed growing from the subject's mouth, then eye sockets. 7 minutes 30. Subject is, by this time, unrecognizable, covered in molds and plant shoots. Body bursts as a banana tree emerges from the subject's intestines and proceeds to grow to maturity within seconds. 8 minutes 45. Plant and fungal growth have begun to spread throughout the testing chamber. What appears to be moss and weeds cover the floor. 9 minutes 30. Several shoots, stalks, bushes, and even small trees have appeared. Banana tree is no longer recognizable. The tree has grown thick and is covered with foliage and fungal growth. 10 minutes 30. The air is heavy with pollen and spores. Vision into a testing chamber is difficult. 11 minutes 30. Movement is heard within the chamber. Several different small insect-like creatures are observed. Creatures are seemingly made of plant matter. 17 minutes 30. For the last 6 minutes, creatures made of plant matter have been observed to rapidly generate, grow to maturity, kill and eat other creatures, and then be eaten themselves. Creatures increasingly progressing in size as the time increases. 19 minutes. Medium-sized mammalian creatures are observed. They are seen humanoid and bear a resemblance to the initial subject. 21 minutes. Large fungal stalk is observed to grow from one of the mammalian creatures. The stalk end burst, dispensing white spores. 22 minutes. Plant growth is still lush, but everything begins to become coated by a layer of mold. The plant creatures seem to die slowly for an unknown reason, before being covered by the mold. 23 minutes. Mammalian creatures are the last to succumb. They heavily decay and become covered with the same mold. Bodies are shown to contract and expand as if breathing. Stalks quickly rise from the bodies, burst as spores, and then just quickly rot. 28 minutes, 32 seconds. Tape ends. No change in chamber since the appearance of the mold. Chamber undergoes rigorous anti-biological cleansing. Samples of the mold were taken. Special containment procedures. At time of acquisition, SCP-407 was recorded within a compact cassette tape. Currently, SCP-407 is backed up as a digital audio file on SCP-407 should not be allowed to play under any circumstances outside testing conditions, and only with the approval of O5-. Testing of SCP-407 is to be done in completely soundproof environments. All tools and subjects must be sterilized to remove the presence of pollen, fungal spores, plant seeds, and as much bacterial life to the greatest degree possible to delay the negative effects of SCP-407. Well guys, that was SCP-407, a audio file that when played basically creates a ecosystem out of whatever's listening to it, pretty much. It starts off with regenerative effects, basically curing you of many diseases, things like that, and then it ends up killing you and makes you become a host for all the plant life and animal life that basically becomes after the tape's been played for long enough. So yeah, kind of weird, a little bit creepy. Let me know what you thought of that in the comments below. If you liked it, leave a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. Subscribe to support this channel, and if you do, hit the bell to get notified. You can join my Discord, the link to do so is in the description below, and as always, thank you so much for watching.